Hi again. Well, we finally reached the end of a tremendous project, and we're here today to shoot almost the last segment of the finished apartment for a very happy owner. And I think you can see that what's changed here finally is that we have completed these beautiful Venetian plaster walls in a very neutral palette. It's an aspen sand, marmerino fine, the limestone and marble dust have now, from a chemistry point of view, turned back to stone, and the fifth coat is actually a seal of wax, so they're very eco-friendly, maintainable. If anything ever leaks, it's easy to patch and repair this finish. But the strié, I think the combination of the strié that we have on the casings, the doors, and the base boards, and tie in very nicely with an antique walnut stained floor. We've incorporated finishing all of the soffit detailing, which I think gave a lot of structure and I think attention to detail in this period architecturally. We know that it's really changed the feeling of the room, and I think we've incorporated in a color palette that ties into the rest of her furnishings. This architectural coating is an example of tying color into the front door and the entrance and giving the entrance a little bit more of a statement. The color that's there is a salmon with a gold-based architectural coating that as we walk through the apartment, and this is going to be the dining room area after you enter the foyer, we have a passageway where we've taken, which was before a very boring wall in a way, and really made it a showcase for, could be art, could be our favorite books, but it incorporates color in a beautiful palette that will be tied into the rest of the furnishings in the home. And as we take a grand sweep across the apartment, what this does is it's a nice setup for what we see as the great room, the great living room, with a view to the reservoir and Central Park and a lovely green, beautiful day. Again, I think the drama is in the tranquility of the finish of these walls and the floor, and we've already purchased a very large 12 by 18 rug as we're starting to move toward the interior finishing. That again picks up the color in the gold textured wall, as well as integrates, you know, the finishing details that we see, the color in the sill tops on the radiator covers, and I think it makes a lovely integrated feeling for that. I think one of the statement pieces of the living room is the ceiling lamp, which is an antique alabaster lamp. That color is what gave us the impetus for integrating the walls and now an antique chain and canopy that will tie it back into the period. We've managed to, I think, have a consistency across the home of having every beautiful landmark window with, you know, the plaster treatment finishing around the returns. We're finalizing details of what kind of interior window treatments we'll use, whether they're going to be either Roman shades or blinds. Regardless, they all have this beautiful Vermont, this is a Vermont mined marble, this is Imperial Damy, that has grays and a little bit of a sagey green and the sandy color in every room across every radiator cover and air conditioning cover. We've managed to keep the darling plant alive. Don't know how we managed to do that, but it's finally coming back to life, and once we move in, everything will be taken off its wheels and given a final home. So what we've been able to do is, and we had to have the air conditioner manufacturer custom make architectural grills that we recessed in the top so that, you know, it's a lovely finish, and once we had the grills we could then, you know, cut the top and then install the tops on top of these air conditioning covers, which have access to the interior units. All of these were replaced, and, you know, waterproof sills around them, and actually in this unit, because it's not centered on the wall, we'll probably have to take off the whole radiator cover if we ever have to change the unit. But the ones in the back bedrooms have this valance removable as well from the pedestal, so that basically you really have a no-brainer, you know, simple approach to maintenance in the home. And why don't we take a walk back now to see what we've done in the other room, because we had another challenge in tying color and finishing details that weren't here before with the dining room chandelier.